Hey friends, David here with Philippine American Couple. Hey, today, first, if you want to see more videos from us or like this, I would ask you to subscribe to our channel, share our videos, hit that alert bell, and Lorelai and I really and truly appreciate all of y'all's support. Now, I want to do a little bit of a video covering the new U.S. citizenship application process or revising that's coming up for 2021. The United States government has changed a little bit of the rules to become a U.S. citizen starting December the 1st. Now, here's my caveat to this. Make sure that you understand. I am not an attorney. I don't play one on TV. I am not an expert in this. I want you guys to go out and do the research and figure this out for yourselves. I just want to try to give you some information from my understanding of what's going to be changing with this. So I've done a bunch of research and I got it kind of scattered all around in front of me. And I want to just share that with you, what I understand. Because if you know, in the past, we've been through this with Lorelai a couple years ago, or last year, she got her U.S. citizenship. And this came up on one of our live streams the other night, was about how this is changing for 2021. So I just wanted to have a good understanding of it. So first, let me say this. If you've already applied or put your paperwork in to become a U.S. citizen before December the 1st, 2020, then you're going to be going on the old style stuff, which is from 2008. So that's where you're at. Nothing's changing for you. If your application is received in after December the 1st, 2020, then you're going to be switched over to the new system. Now, real simply, it's not that really big of a deal what they've done. Let me pull up some stuff here. The first thing do you understand is, make sure I go over my notes. You still need 60% to pass the test, all right? Before you needed 60%. If you got 6 out of 10 questions right, you were good. They stopped the interview and you get to go. It's going to be basically the same thing now, but you're going to be asked 12 questions out of 20. When you get 12 questions right, that's your 60% out of 20, you're good to go. So you're 60%. There's still 100 questions possible, but they've changed the questions around quite a bit. Not horribly, so don't be scared of it, but they definitely have made some changes. So instead of 100 questions, there's going to be 128 questions, right? Now, there's going to be 59 questions that are exactly the same as always. And of course, now remember, guys, don't get stressed about this. All you got to do is go to the USGS. Here, I got it right here. I'm going to make sure I give you this website. You can go to USCIS.gov's website. They have all the questions for you. They have outreach materials. They have samples, everything that you could ever want to know what the answers are to these questions. 121 that they're going to be asking you is right there. It's no mystery. It's no big secret. There's even where you can play on your phone and just play and answer the questions until you really get them all down. So don't be scared of that. Do not be scared of that. But anyway, there's 59 questions are going to be the same, which is good. There's 19 questions that have been reworded. So the sentence structure is a little different. Maybe if we're talking about Martin Luther King, maybe instead of saying, who was Martin Luther King, it might say Martin Luther King was the father of what? So they're just rewording those. And then we have 50 questions that are brand new. What they have done, from my understanding and my reading, is they've gotten rid of questions about geography, meaning they're not caring so much about if you know where the Mississippi River is, or the Arkansas River or the mountains and things like that. So they've gotten rid of questions like that, which is good. Their whole approach seems to be centered around the government, more about the government and understanding how the government really works. And I think that's a good thing. So, like, here's some example questions comparisons that I found online today. So the old version, right? That question might be, what are two rights everyone living in the United States? What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Our new version would be, what are three rights? So now they're going to be asking you for more examples of your answer. All right? The old version might have said, where were the 13 original states? There were 13 original states, name three. Now they're going to be asking you, there were 13 original states, name five of them. So it's a little bit harder, but not too much. Old version might be something like this. This is rewording. What stops one branch of a government becoming too powerful? 2020 version. Now this is what they're calling the version, if I didn't say this. For 2021, December the 1st, 2020, from that point on, it's referred to as the 2020 version because it was implemented in 2020. So the new version is called the 2020 version, even though it's going to be in 21 and 22 and every other year. So the old version may ask, what stops one branch of the government from becoming too powerful? The new version may ask you, there are three branches of government. Why? Well, the same answer is the separation of powers. So they're maybe a little bit trickier. So, and here's another example that I found online. Who is in charge of the executive branch? Old version. New version. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of the government? Well, see, that question's just flipped. Because the answer to who is in charge of the executive branch is the president. The president is in charge of the executive branch. Okay? So, like I mentioned, they talked about rivers in the old version. They're not doing that anymore. But they're going to have more questions about why do states have two representation, two senators from each state for equal representation. So there's going to be a little bit more of that. They're going to want you to know. Here's a new question. For 2020, here's one of the new questions. Supreme Court justice serve for life. Why? They want you to know why the 9 Supreme Court justices get to serve for life. And the answer to that is to be independent of politics, supposedly. Okay? So there's a lot of questions like that have been added. But they're not hard questions. You just have to study those. Now, here's something that I have found that's very, 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 very important in the changes they've made. A lot of times they've taken out the word people and put citizens. And here's an example. Here's an example. In the 2008 version, who does a U.S. Senator represent? Right? That's the question. The answer was all of the people of the state. Now the answer is the citizens of their state. So they've gotten rid of the word people a lot, and they're putting the emphasis on citizens because this is a citizenship exam. So that's very, very, very important to understand that we need to do that. Now, one thing I double checked was how much it cost. It looks like I'm looking at it right here. The cost is the same. The filing fee is $640. And then there's a biometrical service fee, which is $85. That's where you go get your fingerprints done and all of that, picture taken and all of that at a separate time. Now, remember, guys, this is all over the the internet. This information, this is nothing new or earth breaking, or I'm not, rewriting the book. But if you go to the USCIS.gov website, every bit of this, step by step. Now, as somebody who grew up working in education and around the government, I've never been a big fan of government websites. But I'm going to tell you, I actually think the U.S. government does a pretty good job with their website when it comes to this. It's easy to follow. Now, we got in a discussion a few days ago with some folks about this and about what is one of the contributing factors that would help you get your citizenship faster or easier. And one of the things, and I went back and did some research on this to make sure. And it seems to be that our government right now is really focusing on whether you are a taxpayer. Now, and I get it, okay, because it's the U.S. government, it's funded by taxes. They want to make sure that you are a good citizen, a good future citizen in good standing. So here's the best recommendation I can give you. When you do your paperwork, overwhelm them with positive information. You make sure that you show your tax returns, and if you're paying your taxes, or if you owe any back taxes, before you go do this, you better go pay your taxes up. I'm not saying they'll deny you or anything, but it may take you a whole lot longer to get your citizenship than it would be somebody who's not in the arrears on their taxes. So it's not hard. And of course, there's a whole list of things and documents that they want: your birth certificate, your marriage certificate. And you can find this document checklist on the government website. It's plain as a day. You can print it off and just go back and check off exactly what you do and how you do it. If you want to hire an attorney, I think that's fine. I personally don't think most people don't need to do this, in my opinion. If you can do your taxes, you can do the application process if you take your time off the government website. So, real short little video. I just wanted to touch base and tell you some of the things that I learned in the last couple of days studying the new version for our U.S. citizenship test and application process. So nothing too much. You still got to do 60% to pass. There's 128 questions versus 100. 60% gets you there. You still got to do all the other stuff, all the application. You got to pay the, what did I just say, $735 in fees. Sorry, 725 total fees. Remember, when you do your fees, you can't do a personal check. You got to do a bank check or a money order or something like that. So all of this is online. All of this is easy for you to study. If you want a booklet, they'll even send you a free booklet so that you can study. I encourage you, if you want to become a U.S. citizen, just do it. There's nothing. We're very, very proud of everybody who becomes a U.S. citizen. I was very proud of Lorelei when she became one, and it's not a hard process. It took us 6 months or less, but like I said, my tip for you is to overwhelm them with positive, good information, meaning a driver's license, a good driving record, a good banking record, a good credit score if you have it, all of those good things. Make sure that your taxes are paid. And I think it just speeds it up. I can't say for sure that's really how it is, but my feeling is you need to be in good standing and you'll get through a lot faster. If you have criminal cases pending, that could be a problem. I don't know, but it could be a problem. So just think about those things a little bit. But other than that, guys, it's not horrible. It's good. Please go out there and consult the website. I appreciate you taking your time out of the day to listen to me, and I hope it's helpful. And if you have any questions or thoughts, or if I've said something that makes you totally confused or messed up, Feel free to message us and I'll try to clarify or help you where I can. Remember, not a lawyer, not an attorney. I don't have a clue when it really comes to this stuff. It's just my interpretation of this. All right, friends, take care, and we'll see you around the corner.